In professional soccer, 31 is a really tricky age.
Oh, definitely.
It is usually when a top midfielder starts looking for, a slower league. Yeah. The legs get heavy.
Right. The pace drops off.
Exactly. The modern game is just too fast. But this year, Manchester United's Bruno Fernandes just broke that rule completely.
He really did.
He did not just fight off father time. He played the absolute best soccer of his life. I mean, he even tied a massive, historic Premier League record.
It is incredible.
Okay, let's unpack this. We are looking at a player who is supposed to be slowing down. Instead, he just had his defining golden season.
Yeah.
So our mission for this deep dive is to find out exactly why this year was so special for him. And we also want to look at what he might do next.
It is a great mission because, we are looking at a player operating at the absolute peak of his mental powers.
Right.
You mentioned his age. That is the perfect place to start. I mean, the Premier League is a brutal environment.
I mean, totally brutal.
Teams press high. They run constantly. A 31-year-old midfielder cannot just, outrun 22-year-olds anymore. The physical drop-off is real.
So what makes a season the best then? How does he get better when his legs are getting older?
Well, he stops relying on his legs. He starts relying entirely on his brain.
Wow.
Because he lost a step of pure pace, Fernandes stopped trying to beat defenders in a foot race. He changed his positioning.
Okay.
He started dropping slightly deeper into the spaces between the defenders and the midfielders. Coaches call these areas the half spaces.
So by standing in those pockets, he buys himself time.
Exactly. He buys himself an extra second or two. And he uses that time to scan the field.
Right.
That slight positional shift is the actual engine behind this incredible season. He used his experience to find quiet areas on a very loud, chaotic soccer pitch.
Well, that brings us right to the big awards. Finding those quiet areas clearly worked. I mean, let's look at the hardware.
Yeah, let's do it.
He won the EA Sports Premier League Player of the Season. He also won the Football Writers Association Award. Plus, other team awards at Manchester United.
What's fascinating here is the absolute consensus. We are seeing total agreement from two very different groups.
Right, the fans and the writers.
Exactly. The EA Sports Award involves a massive fan vote. And fans usually vote for flash. They vote for the exciting moments. They vote with their hearts.
Like an Audience Choice Award.
Yes. But the Football Writers Association is completely different. Journalists vote for that award. They study the game differently.
Right.
They look at tactical influence. They look at underlying metrics. They are tough critics. They do not get swayed by one lucky goal.
So it is kind of like an actor winning an Oscar and a Fan Choice Award in the exact same year.
That is a perfect way to put it.
But I have to push back a bit here. Do awards really tell the whole story, or do we need to look at the numbers? Because, a great player is supposed to make his team better. And Manchester United finished in third place. Does finishing third really justify sweeping all these awards?
That is a very fair critique. Third place is obviously not a championship.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the context of his specific squad.
Okay.
The teams that finish first and second have massive advantages. They have deeper benches. But Manchester United had a lot of flaws this season. They had injuries.
Right, they were inconsistent.
Very inconsistent. Fernandes was the glue holding a flawed team together. Without him, that team probably finishes in 6th or 7th place.
Oh, wow.
He dragged them into the top 3. The voters saw that. But you are right. Opinions are one thing. The numbers are the real proof.
Okay, let's break down those key numbers then. He scored 8 goals. That is a solid return.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
The defining number is 20. He got 20 assists. That equals the all-time Premier League record.
We really need to pause and appreciate that number.
It is crazy.
10 assists in a Premier League season is fantastic. 15 is elite. 20 is almost alien.
I mean, setting up 20 goals for other players is so incredibly hard. Think of Fernandes not as the race car driver crossing the finish line. Think of him as the air traffic controller managing a chaotic airspace.
I love that analogy.
He is tracking 21 moving objects simultaneously.
Let's break down the mechanics of an elite assist, too. It is not just passing a ball to a teammate.
Right.
You have to predict where the gaps will be 3 seconds before they open. You have to know the exact speed of your striker. It takes great vision to see the pass and great skill to make it.
And you have to do it under intense pressure.
Exactly. I want you to think about your own job for a second. Are you the one who finishes the project or the one who sets it up for success?
That is a great way to think about it.
It takes so much unseen work to set things up perfectly. You are constantly being hunted by defensive midfielders. To get 20 assists, you have to process all that chaos perfectly 20 different times.
And he did this against very tough teams. You do not rack up 20 assists without completely disrupting opposing defenses.
No, you do not.
Which leads us to looking at the other players he beat for the top award. The nominee list was incredibly strong this year.
Oh, it was a gauntlet.
I mean, he beat Arsenal's core stars, Declan Rice, Gabriel, and David Raya.
They were absolute rocks all season.
And then he beat the ultimate goal scorer. He beat Erling Haaland from Manchester City.
We also saw other great challengers in the mix. Antoine Semenyo from Bournemouth, Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest, and Igor Thiago from Brentford.
A huge list of stars.
This raises an important question, though. How does a creative midfielder on a third-place team beat out the most lethal striker on the championship-winning team?
Right, like beating Haaland.
Exactly. Haaland's entire job is to score goals. So why did the voters pick the setup man over the pure finisher?
I mean, to me, it is like winning a gold medal in a race where every other runner is a world champion. He stood out even among the very best.
He really did. And it comes down to independence versus dependence. Haaland is a terrifying weapon, but he is still a weapon that needs to be fired, you know?
He relies on his teammates to get him the ball.
Yes. If the midfield has a bad game, Haaland often has a quiet game. Fernandes does not need service. He is the service.
He creates chances completely out of nothing.
Right. The voters realized that Manchester United's entire offensive output flowed through one single player. Beating out a pure goal scorer for the top award is so rare.
It really shows a deep respect for the art of playmaking. But, beating the best is great. But Fernandes is not done yet.
No, he is not.
The season is not fully over. He only equaled the assist record. But he has one match left against Brighton.
That is the part that creates incredible tension.
He has the chance to break the record and hold it all alone. 90 minutes to get one assist.
This completely changes the psychology of the final match.
Huh.
Every single time he gets the ball against Brighton, the stadium will just hold its breath.
And the Brighton defenders know it too. They will try to shut down every passing lane.
Right. They will not want to be the team that gives up the record-breaking pass. He will have to be extremely patient.
There are also more awards pending, right?
Yes. He could also win the PFA Player of the Year award. That is voted on by the players themselves. It is pure recognition.
Wow. But his ambition does not stop at his club. He wants to take this momentum to his country.
Portugal.
Exactly. Fernandes wants to lead Portugal to their first ever World Cup win. That is the ultimate goal.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we see the mindset of a true sporting icon. Most players would be exhausted after a season like this.
They would be completely burned out.
But true greats are never satisfied. After a perfect club season, the next logical step is global success. Portugal has never won the biggest prize.
So let me ask you this. Does pressure make him play better? I mean, he has the pressure of a record against Brighton and the pressure of a whole country for the World Cup.
Most people would crack under that. But he thrives in the chaos. He peaked at 31 when things got physically harder. That shows immense mental toughness.
He seems to process information faster when the stakes are higher.
He really does.
Well, let's summarize what we have explored today. Bruno Fernandes is 31. He had his best season ever. He got 20 assists and 8 goals.
Yep.
He helped United get third place. And he beat huge stars to win the top awards. So what does this all mean?
I want to leave you with one final thought based on all these facts. Think about the timeline here. If Fernandes breaks the assist record against Brighton,
Right.
and then wins the PFA Player of the Year, and then leads Portugal to their first ever World Cup,
Oh, wow.
would that make this the single greatest year any soccer player has ever had?
That is a massive question to think about.
It really is.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope this gave you a new way to look at the game. Keep watching the spaces, and above all, keep learning. Goodbye.